Alright, in this video, I will share with you a conversation I had with a 18-year-old girl who is currently having an affair with a 50-plus-year-old man. She's Indian, he's Indian, and he has two daughters who are as old as her. So quite a love triangle there, if you can call it love. And I'll be giving you my story, or rather my reasons why before I was a playboy, I used to enjoy with a lot of girls. Even if I was serious with a girl, even during my marriage, I was still sleeping around with other girls. And why today, at the age of 47, why have I stopped? Is it because I'm become old? Is it because, like some people say, I have erectile dysfunction? It don't have that, or is it something else, or is it like, I've become a changed man, I've become very holy. Okay, so I'll give you my reasons. Feel free to comment down below, and my only request is, please don't use cherry pick bits of my advice out of context, and most important of all is take responsibility for whatever you do. Okay, so whatever you do, you decide to be loyal or you decide not to be loyal, you remain loyal and you get cheated, you cheat and you get a STD or whatever, that is entirely your responsibility. So don't hold me accountable. Oh, you told me this, I followed. Remember, everyone's situation is different. Okay, so let's get on with the story of what happened. So this female, 18-year-old, she has been in touch with me for some time. She always takes advice on various issues, wants to be ambitious, wants to fall in love, get married, have a career, go abroad, the whole 9 yards. But for some reason, she felt she could trust me. And she said, can I tell you something very private, confidential? I said, go ahead. She said, I'm afraid, I'm scared. I said, whatever you share with me stays with me. That's as far as it goes. So long story short, she is having an affair with a 50-plus guy. I'm not giving you specifics because, client confidentiality. 50-plus guy. He has two daughters who are as old or older than this girl. And here she is having a nice jing-bang. Okay. And she is confused whether this guy loves her, whether he is, she doesn't know what it is. Is it love? Is it lust? Because the guy apparently stated, my wife doesn't love me. There is no more love in the marriage. We fight day and night. And she never hugs me. All the sweet pillow talk that a guy will give to justify why he's doing what he's doing. Okay, maybe what he's saying is true, that his wife and him are fighting, and there's no romance, or she's ugly, she's fat, she doesn't satisfy him. Whatever the reason is, but he has chosen the reasons to cheat on her and sleep behind her back. And when he's with this 18-year-old, he gives her tender, loving care, TLC. He's very gentle with her, he's very sweet with her. He gets her things, and she always told him, no, don't need to buy me anything. I just want love. And, he takes care of her, gives her love, affection, whatever. And yes, there's a lot of passionate sex, lots. And, she told me that she's not crazy about the sex part, but she feels happy knowing that she can satisfy him. Okay, that's her own words. And it seems that I told her, do you trust him? Yeah, I totally trust him. I've given him my photographs, my videos, of myself. Not me, I mean her. And he has all this, and he always tells me, delete it, don't keep it. So he takes care of me like he loves me. I said, yeah, like a daughter, right? Saying, no, but he's like that. Like, he's like an elder father figure. He takes care. She told me that I look at you the same way. You guide me like a daughter, even though you don't know me. When I used to see your videos, I felt you're talking to me. So I said, okay, fine. And it seems he always gives her good advice about life, and she discusses career and this and. But the reason why she came to me for advice is because she was very confused whether he loves her, doesn't love her, what is going on. Okay. So now, after listening to all this is what I told her. And I didn't go in detail, but this is what I'm sharing in detail with you. And you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. See, there's no one size fits all. Every human being is unique. Okay. You can have 10 guys, same age, same religion, same background, same tradition, same build, same whatever. But each one would be different. Each one would have a different sexual libido. Each one would have a different sexual preference. Each one would have a different sexual intensity. So it all differs. There are so many factors. Okay. Some people say even the food you eat, your DNA, the climate that you're in, your lifestyle, all these is true. Okay. So keep that in mind as you listen to what I say. Now, I was giving you my example, right? See, I had a very bad upbringing. Very, very, very bad. It's almost like I never had a mother and father. So I was left alone to explore the world by myself. And because I was locked in the room 24/7, whenever I would get an opportunity to go out, it was like, wow, freedom, let me maximize on it. And if you have seen my story, you know that I got sexually molested when I was very, very young, 7 years, multiple times. So I got introduced to sex in a very bad manner. I knew this was something very, very bad. But, when I told my mother, she refused to believe me. I told my father, absolute losers, animals. They refused to help me at all. They refused to believe me, refused to help me. So I had to protect myself. So obviously after that, that stopped. Then I used to interact with boys and girls below my building. And, it so happens that when you're sitting with a girl, young girls, and you're all playing, and then one girl gives you a peck on the cheek, and then when you're put for babysitting, I remember this one. When I was put for babysitting when I was 4 years old or whatever, this girl used to sleep next to me and she used to cuddle me, and then she used to play around. I don't want to get into detail. This is not a pornographic novel or something, but you get what I'm saying. So she was doing a lot of stuff which I was very confused. I didn't know what is that. And she'll say, I love you, I like you. Okay, it felt very nice. Okay, so I was exposed to all this from a very young age. And obviously, because my parents were never there, nobody would talk to me, who would I share all this? So, like I told you, below my building, there were these other girls who were coming and all that. And we used to sit at the corridor where the staircase, and sometimes nobody used to be there, so the girls used to peck, kiss, hug, touch, whatever. So I got introduced to all these things, and it's sad because you need a role model, you need someone to talk to, someone to guide you, or you need someone to tell you, I'm there for you. I'm your mother, I'm your father. How was your day? I never had that. That is something my daughter definitely has. 24/7. We always, my wife is like a friend to her. Oh, what did you do? Who did you play with? How did you touch? Like, even if she sees a small mark or a small scratch, how did you get it? So we're very particular. And we definitely make sure that she doesn't play with adults, like especially boys or men. And if a girl is touchy, huggy, we keep an eye. Okay, at least I do. My wife also does. So, as I grew up, then obviously, puberty, testosterone, and you'd see girls would see you, they also have feelings. And then, I love you, write letters, kissy, huggy, whatever, secretly. I used to go to the church and we used to behind the church or wherever possible. Okay, sometimes, unfortunately, even in the toilets, we used to go, embarrassing as it is. Nobody was watching, just lock and then kiss, hug, and just walk out. Okay. So we did all that nonsense, all that crap. Now, once I got freedom to work and earn, and I had the money to have my own space, my own apartment or sharing, it was very easy to get girls to come and meet me. And a newfound freedom. And unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, the friends I kept, they introduced me to the paid service in Dubai. Like, I'll make a separate video on how that happened, but long story short, they brought me in front of this girl and they put me in this room and I was like, what's going on? Saying, happy birthday, enjoy. I didn't know what, and the girl was like, you don't know what's happening? And so, okay, I was 21, 22, I think at that time. Okay. So I got introduced to this world also. But I didn't enjoy it as much as the thrill of the chase, getting new girls. I felt a sense of self-worth. Wow, I can get girls. Even in school days, the guy who could get girls to smile at him was like a hot shot. And girls, we had girls in the morning shift, boys in the afternoon shift. We used to never mix. So when girls would pass by, 3, 4 girls would say like this, hi. So, guys, oh, wow, fuck it. Used to get all that. Okay. So I always felt the more number of girls you have, the more your self-worth, the more you're special, the more you are really a man. And obviously, when I used to see these James Bond movies, this guy with multiple girls, and he'll sleep with this girl, and even if she's married, he'll sleep with that girl, and that girl can't resist. So I wanted to be like a James Bond. I mean, there was no Google, there was no chatting, there was no Facebook, there was nothing, just these movies. So obviously, I got influenced with all this. So this went on. And even after my first marriage, I was still, I thought I would be a nice guy, but then still, when you're not satisfied and when there are distractions, I had other affairs. Second marriage, though, I tried to be a good guy, but I was never satisfied. She was not at all hygienic. Okay, I've never revealed her real name, she was not taught proper hygiene. She used to smell. Oof, yuck. I just hated having sex with her, and she didn't know how to act sexy, and she didn't look sexy. So I was busy sleeping around. And then the third marriage, as you know, due to circumstances, I got married. I thought I was in love with her, but I realized she was my best friend and I was not sexually attracted to her, which is also very important if you're getting into a relationship. I've spoken on various videos about it. So there, once again, it was like I was still enjoying with other girls. And remember, I was in Dubai. If you really know how to talk, you know how to market yourself, you stand on stage, you can talk to many people. Girls look at you and like, wow, he's like special. And they found me very charismatic. They found me cute. And in those days I had hair. And even though I didn't have hair later on, when I shaved and as to bodybuild and had big muscles, some girls liked a rough, big guy, But I think it was my charisma and the gift of the gab that girls really felt comfortable with me. And I would never go for a girl. I would never chase a girl. If it was easy and, the girl was welcoming, I didn't mind who the girl is. I didn't mind. She didn't have to be hot or she didn't have to be super sexy, as long as she's average, within the average parameters. And because I was always interacting with events and conducting seminars and going for seminars, conferences and clubs for public speaking. So a lot of girls were there. And Dubai is a place where it's very taboo. These subjects are not discussed openly. So girls wanted to vent out their frustrations or their loneliness, and they would see, oh, this is an open playboy. I can open up to him and he will never reveal anything. So I enjoyed all this. And you might find this shocking when I tell you this, that when I used to have coaching sessions, I used to literally tell the people about men should enjoy life. Seriously, I should tell them, enjoy life. Men are supposed to enjoy, even if you're married, enjoy with other women. I used to tell them, don't have children. I was very much like an Andrew Tate, even before Andrew Tate existed. I used to tell them, you're a man, enjoy with multiple women. Are you bloody crazy? When I look back on those days, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Now, that doesn't mean I've changed. I'll get to that. And I'll tell you, my very same old clients, now they get back to me. Loy, now you've changed, huh? Now you said don't have children, now you have a daughter. You said don't be loyal to your wife and secretly do it. Are you loyal? I said, now I am here. So, and this was until the age of, I think, nearly till the age of 40, man. That is before I came here, I was still enjoying with other girls. Seriously. Multiple girls, married women, widowed, girls who are dating with other guys. Even clients would come in, and potential clients, and when we are alone, the girls would be like, and they would openly say, do you want to fuck? Like, I was like, why not? Oh, it was crazy. And I, obviously, because I was experienced with a lot of women and I knew the strategies, the tips of how to get women, and I had my own apartment, I was enjoying until the age of 40. But it was only after, even though I went through a disaster at the age of 36, the 2011 suicide video, which is on YouTube. Even though I came back, I was still having my time with other women, but it kind of reduced. I was not looking at multiple girls, like 6, 7, 8 girls in a day. I'll tell you, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this. The highest number of women I slept in a single day, multiple women at different locations, was 6. I was that crazy. And given the fact that I used to take testosterone and steroids for bodybuilding, it increased my sexual libido like crazy. Thankfully, I didn't have rage, but I had an intense desire to have sex. And I could go on and on and on. Oh, it was crazy, man. Like the longest, me and one female, she was a nymphomaniac. We had sex was, I think, 14 hours, like not non-stop, like have sex, take rest, have sex again, take rest, like eat food, come back, have sex, shower, then have sex. It was crazy. I wanted to break some record or something. And then after that, for 2 weeks, I'll tell you, whew, down there, it was paining like mad. It was like, oh, I think I had exercised muscles I never had. So anyway, so from there, for a guy who knew how to control, I even knew how to control myself from climaxing, from ejaculating. I would control myself. I knew all the tips, the tricks, the ways to do it. From there, today, when people talk to me, even some of my ex-girlfriends, they are shocked when I tell them that I have sex maybe once in 2 weeks or once a week. The sexual time, the intensity spent, I spend less than 5 to maybe max 15 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I just don't want to. I want to get it over with fast. I've had girls who have, these adventure hippie type girls who don't mind trying something kinky. I've had them fly down here, seriously fly down here to try something erotic. Holiday, nobody's there, let's do it. They would invite me to the hotel. I've refused. I've told you, I stay in Thailand. Here there are massage parlors. Now, after COVID, there have been so many massage parlors and girls openly sitting in the bar. They'll just call, come. And they tell, don't worry, nobody will know. Just come, we'll do half an hour, 20 minutes. And it's not expensive at all. I can absolutely afford it. Okay. So now the $1 billion question is, now when it's easy for me, now when I can get women so easily, when I have the money, when I have the opportunity, why am I being loyal and faithful to my wife? Is she supervising me? No. Is she keeping an eye on me? No. Does she have any, anything on me? No. Even if she knows, she can't do jack shit. I'm being honest. Even if she knows, she can't do anything. She can't threaten me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And she knows for a fact that if she makes my life miserable, I'll prefer to be single. I'll just tell her either you go or I leave. So, and me being the bread earner, I'm the one who earns the money. I call the shots. So don't take me out of context. I'm telling you facts as they are. But then the question is, why am I loyal and faithful to my wife? Why? Is it because all of a sudden I saw the baby and I changed? And, I wrote down a couple of points. I'll just check how many points are these. And I'll give it to you around 8 points. If I get something more, I'll share with you. Okay. So these are the reasons why I have changed. Okay, these are the reasons. The first biggest one, I think around 9 points. The first biggest one is, I've just got a point. I would say it is my health, my age and my health. See, remember, I went through the bariatric surgery. If you want to see those videos, they're on YouTube. But remember, restricted. I'm naked on that and it's very blood and graphic. You'll see blood and everything else. So I went through the bariatric surgery from 125 kgs. I came down to 80 and, you've seen me. I did 11 days without no food. 15 days, no food. I came down to 57 kilos, super skinny from 125. So once I did the bariatric surgery, my health completely changed. My testosterone, which was slightly high, has declined considerably. So first things first is the health. And when I was to take these steroids, all this testosterone, it is to shoot my testosterone release very, very high. So obviously I felt like a animal in heat to have sex. But if you take synthetic substances, then as time goes by, it declines, and it's not that I suffer from erectile dysfunction. Very normal guy. But sex is not a priority. I enjoy, if I were to see a hot girl, you think like, I still do fantasize, like not every day. Or if I were to go to Bangkok, I can, just get a happy massage or whatever. Or, a girl who's tested properly can go spend some time with her. So it is normal. But it's not as important as before. Before, you could say the intensity level was at 100, for example. Today, it's nearly at a 20. So that much difference is there. In fact, I get a lot more pleasure by, seriously, I get a lot more pleasure by earning money, by getting new clients, by being able to buy what I like. I'm not joking. I really enjoy that much more than the sex. Yes, I do enjoy chatting with a female, but that also I lost. Before, I used to enjoy chatting with you. I used to love chatting with a new female and getting to convince her to come to my apartment or send me her nudes or send me her photographs. Or I just felt like invincible. I had the gift of the gab. But today, I'm just not interested. And given today's social media scene where you just don't know who's on the other end, and the fact that they can record and destroy your reputations, I'm very, very careful. So the risk and the reward is not worth it. Okay, so first one is health. Second one, we could say risk and reward. See, number 3 is it takes 2 hands to clap. Always keep in mind, takes 2 hands to clap. Okay, there are some men who will chase a female, who will keep chasing until the female gives in. But I was never like that. I never felt any female or putang or pussy was worth it. Sorry to be crude, but I always felt that if the girl is interested, fine, it's easier. So I would search hard to get an easy girl. Okay. And remember this much, I never forced them. They would come to me. So it takes 2 hands to clap. So now if you're in a place where nobody says yes to it, becomes very hard, no? So I would always get girls who came very easy. And you could say the next point number 4 is the environment matters. In Dubai, a lot of girls, their mother, father are back home. Their relatives are back home. Nobody knows them. So they're very free. They're very open-minded. They have nothing to worry about. That's why girls who join cabin crew, they, show their real side, which is full of kinky, fetish, crazy stuff. Cabin crew girls, they will be bizarre. They will be crazy. But when they are with their mother, father, society, everyone, they try to be goody two-shoes. That is why a girl, when she's alone with you in the 4 walls of anonymity, expect the unexpected. So it takes 2 hands to clap. Now over here also, you'd say 2 hands to clap, but that comes to the next point. And the next point is the risk and reward, which I told you, you have to be very careful. Is it worth? Like Thai girls, they are not like that. They are like a little bit like Indian girls. Although Indian girls are too much drama, too much, they can just turn on you and cry rape and all that, which is very common in India. Thai girls will not cry rape. Thai girls will not put drama. But some of them are very masculine in nature. Very, very masculine. If they like you and they want you, they own your little baby down there. They will grab it and it belongs to them. It goes to someone else, they'll chop it off. And if they find you with someone else, they'll beat the bejesus out of you. Some of them even know how to fight. And you can end up getting a mad girl who, if she's desperate for you, wants your attention or wants your money, which is the biggest thing, especially if you're a foreigner, she wouldn't mind coming outside your house. Even if you're married with your family, she will stand outside your house. She will throw rocks. She will set your house on fire. She will set your scooter on fire. She will bring a gang. She'll pay some underworld guy. You just don't know who you are associating with. It will backfire. So for me, at this age, I don't need a wildcat. I don't need to take that risk. And remember, the more petite they are, the more dangerous they get. So for me, At this age, I need to earn money. I need to focus on my brand. I need to focus on peace of mind. I'm not interested. And it's the 5 minutes of sex is not worth this. Okay. Number five is this might sound very old school, but what are your priorities? Yes, a lot of CEOs, I have CEO clients, I have VIP clients, I have multimillionaires who, even though they are like at such a high level, they make decisions for millions and multi-millions of dollars. But end of the day, no, they just want quick sex to relax, maybe a massage and sex. So it's like Pretty Woman. So you're super rich. You just want someone to take care of you, so you don't have to chase anyone. Celebrities, politicians, all that, they do that. That is why they don't reveal their private life. They don't reveal where they go for a holiday. They don't reveal what they do in their free time. I know a lot of celebrities, lots, this is not exaggeration, who literally have their lawyers. If a girl wants to meet them, you have to first sign NDA, non-disclosure agreement. They will take a video. You have to state, I'm coming with my own free will. And only then you're allowed to spend time with the guy, have sex, and they'll give you something. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Shake hand. Go. Okay. So, this is very common. But for me, if I really am that desperate, I'll just look at a porn and hand job and finished. That's about it. It's hardly 5 minutes. So it's not like a lingering back of my head. And if I really, really want actual sex and romance, I'll just tell my wife, you have to learn to communicate with your wife. Huh? You want to have sex? She says, okay. And obviously when you have a child, you have to plan out when the child will sleep or when the child will go to school, or is it that time of the month for her, or is she in a mood, or does she have things to do, or is she tired? So you both have to plan it out, because then when you say yes, shower, get ready, privacy, baby is busy. So you have to plan it out. So for me, my priorities, my focus is my brand, making money. That's about it. Number 6, this might sound, not 6, sorry. There are many points I gave. Just next point. Okay, whatever. The next point is, I'm now a family man. I have a wife, I have a kid. The focal point is, 24/7 I'm thinking about them. When I go out, I feel like taking my daughter instead of going out alone. Unless, of course, I was planning to go for a naughty massage, then I wouldn't take my daughter. So I take my daughter. I feel happy when she comes with me. She'll buy a gift, she'll buy a toy, she'll buy a chocolate. And I don't like going out. And even if I do go out, it'll only be to the market and here. So even though there are temptations right now, they have popped up, bars and pubs and all that, I'm not too interested. And remember, where I stay, it's a very small place. Everyone knows everyone. So I'm not interested in complicating my life. Everyone knows everyone. Huh? And even if nobody would share or never go out, I don't feel it's worth it here. Because, one person will talk and then other person will talk and then it'll spread. And it's like a village. Then it'll come to my wife's ears. I heard someone say this. I just don't want that complication here. Next point, this might sound silly, but I do actually love my wife and I do actually love my kid, and they both are girls. My wife is a woman, my daughter is a girl. So if my wife were to be sad, I know it will pain my daughter. I know. And my daughter can sense. Sometimes when I shout at my wife or I'm angry at my wife and what the hell are you doing? My daughter will come to my wife and say, Mama, don't be sad. Like, broken English and Thai, don't be sad. And she would say in Thai, "Main palai, don't be sad." So it kind of gets to me like, I'm a bad guy. Yeah, come on, And I think last if not the least, I have to ask is it worth it? Yeah. Is that few minutes of pleasure? Is it worth having my wife doubt me 24/7? And remember, once you get caught, you lose that respect. There's a respect for you up here. You lose that. And I'll tell you, my wife trusts me blindly. She knows, she has been with me for 7 years. She knows my past. She knows how colorful it was. She knows how crazy I was. I even get messages. My wife knows. But she doesn't bother because she knows, okay, not a perfect guy, but doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, sex before, now no. But she's also very aware that if I were to go for a holiday alone to Bangkok or anywhere, or with my client I go for a trip, there's a very strong possibility, very, very strong, that I can sleep around. But she likes to believe that I don't. And until now, after marriage, I've not done it. I have had, special massages, happy endings. I've gone for paid sex, which I've told you. But this was all before marriage. Because I told her, after marriage, enough is enough. Now, the last bit. Do I get tempted? Do I feel like sometimes trying it out? Would I do it? Let me share this and then conclude. Do I get tempted? Yes. Very strong possible. I always do, sometimes here and there. Yeah, I'm a guy, man. Come on. I do think a young girl fetish, Sometimes when they smile, when I'm in a traffic jam and she's smiling, and I think like, just 5-10 minutes, man. Nobody would know. I can do that. See, there are so many places here. Have I planned one? Well, there was an instance where I almost did plan it out. I said, okay, I'll tell my wife I'm going to buy something. Just go, quick massage, come back. But then I got out, drove on the scooter. Then I was like, man, do you really need this? You can do it. Nobody will catch it. But do you really need it? Nobody would know. So then I was like, fuck this. Yeah. This is pretty mad. Yeah. Just came back. Okay. And, sometimes when you go on a long drive, you cool off. And yes, I realized I didn't have sex with my wife for very long. So I told my wife, let's, have a romantic time tomorrow after baby goes to school. So, yeah. So then it sorted out. That was only once. And last but not the least, would I cheat on my wife? See, I would never say never. Like they say, never say never. Is there a possibility I can cheat on her? 100%, yeah. 1,000,000% I can cheat on her. I just don't want to. It's not worth it. I'm not trying to portray myself as a saint. And yeah, but one thing is that if I do cheat on my wife, I'm not going to tell you, hey, listen, hey, today, breaking news. Cheated on my wife. Ha ha. And the reason for that is not because I'm afraid, being honest, but because, once it's there online, then my wife may come to know, But even if it doesn't bother me much, okay, wife would know, hell with it. Suppose it'll impact the dynamics of the family. It'll hurt my daughter. It'll hurt my wife. They both will be very hurt. And they will never forget it. And then there'll be nothing that I can hold with pride. There are a lot of things which I hold with pride. It's being the man of the house, not smoking, not drinking, not doing bad things. That image shatters. And once, it's like trust or relationship is like glass. Once it breaks, finished. So this is what I told the girl. And yeah, I did tell her that it's not love. Because if you love someone, you'll publicly let everyone know about your relationship. The fact that he talks about his wife publicly, shows he's married publicly, but with you it's hush hush, hidden, nobody knows, shows he's ashamed about you. He knows he's doing something wrong. That's why he has to do it quietly. And she told me, oh, but he did introduce me to his friends. Yeah, he's introducing to his friends to show, see, I'm still a hotshot. I still get girls to fuck. I still get girls to have sex. And they are partners in crime. They are also doing the same shit. But he'll never show to his family, to his children. Because this is wrong. And I told one last thing. She was still trying to justify with me that, no, it's love. I said, do you have the guts to tell your mother, father, everyone that you're with him? She said, no. And when she still tried to justify, I said, would you be comfortable if your daughter did this? She said, 10,000, 1,000,000%. No way. I would never want my daughter to do this. So double standards. Huh? And then she did twist the question and say, what if your daughter does it? I said, when my daughter is young, I can guide her. But once she reaches a particular stage, I can't whip her, beat her, or force her. Because she'll be a grown-ass woman. Maybe she'll run away. Maybe she'll do what she wants. And it'll be worse, no? So the values have to be inculcated at a young age, not once you're grown up. Once you're grown up, you can't. It's not possible. Then the only way you learn is by burning your fingers and destroying. And for a woman, man can make a mistake. And the maximum he'll get is STD. Woman has to worry about getting pregnant. And in a male-dominated world, especially Indians, if you are with more than one guy, your reputation is gone. Or even if you're with one guy, your reputation is gone. It's double standards at his best. But for a guy, he can be with 10 girls. Oh, he's a hot shot. He's my son. You know? So I told her, end of the day, I told her, just keep this in mind. This was my last bit that I told her. If you continue a relationship with him, one day his wife will catch him. Will. No matter how smart he is. A mistake will be made. And the day that mistake is made, this woman will track you down, speak to your mother, father, friends, your workplace, put it on social media, destroy your reputation, and you'll never be able to live in India where you live. And your mother and father most probably might end up killing themselves or throwing you out, or maybe your own father will kill you. So if it's worth it, continue. If it's not, my dear, don't. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We agree, disagree, what do you think? And I'd love to know what your 2 cents. So try to keep it as honest and transparent as possible. I would love to read your comments. Good, bad, ugly, feel free. And you want to send my wife messages and tell her, oh, your husband is this. So many of you keep doing it. You're jobless, bloody idiots. Go ahead and do it. My wife has my passwords. I have her passwords. And I'm the one who checks everything. So feel free. Send her a message if you want. I find it so ridiculous. And some of you follow me and then try to flirt with my wife. Come on. When will you learn? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. You guys take care.